guys were expecting another insane story from me, but I decided this week to be a little bit of an emotional talk instead. I sent out a post asking you all for your craziest date stories, and I got over 700 replies. So I decided to do a blind reaction to some of the craziest ones. And let me tell you, these stories have men stalking, girls shitting themselves, and people looking to get married on the first date. Are you good out there? You guys are going through it, aren't you? Cause oh my Alright, let's get into this. Hazumi says, never had a first date. I love that. Alright, Yui says, I kissed them for the first time and they didn't know how to and just stuck their tongue deep in my mouth. It sucks when people don't know how to kiss. You definitely have to sometimes teach people how to kiss. It's kind of crazy. I feel like kissing is really natural, but there's some people who don't. Alright, EXO says, big date. After reaching a point I could see a relationship coming out of it, she told me, so I actually have a boyfriend and we're in an open relationship and I really want to run away to dinner. If you read the rest of EXO's post, they unfortunately did not smash. It did not happen, but that's crazy. So listen, I'm polyamorous. So I'm both, but I'll do a polyamorous relationship. So you do not go on a date without telling someone that first. Just so you know, I have a boyfriend, but we're in an open relationship, and he knows that we're going to go out. I'm not looking to date anyone, but I would really love to go to dinner and maybe have sex after. It's not that hard. You have to tell people the truth. Here we go. Alright, Morgana says, in high school, I went on a date with a guy to the movies. He was sick, and I told him we could reschedule. He said it was fine, and so we went anyway. Midway through, he threw up in his soda cup, then kissed me. Like, what the f was he thinking? We never talked again. Oh my god! So, if you continue to read Morgana's post, Morgana explains that she got blindsided, that she was sitting there and the guy tapped them on the shoulder, and Morgana turned and he kissed her without her knowing. So that is disgusting. I don't care. Okay, unless you're into throw up, but if you're not into that, if it's not a fetish, and you decide to throw up and kiss somebody, bro, get the f*** out of here. I feel so bad for Morgana. That's this. Rai says, we had a coffee date at the park, and he just cried about how girls don't like him, and he's too short and insecure for 2 hours. Like, why would you even go on a date and cry how girls don't like you when you're on a date with somebody that likes you? Like, this person said yes to a date. They're getting to know you. Like, they don't care about your height. Alright, next one. Kyan says, she was a masochist. She wanted me to knock her out with an actual punch in real life. I'm trying to figure out what I would do in this situation. I think I'd be okay with it. I think I would need it in writing though. Like, I would need her to be like, I'm a masochist, and I don't know. Because I've had people ask this, like, if we're like, I had a girl one time, and she asked me to like punch her, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, if you're into that. Like, it was a thing. She was into it. But out on a date? Yeah, out on a date is a little odd. Alright, this is Kaio. Went on a date with this guy that was too shy to speak verbally. So every time I spoke to him, he had to message me on Discord. Don't go on IRL dates with your Discord kittens. Oh my god, there's only one situation in which this is okay. So when I used to go, like, let's say I went traveling, like, let's say if I was in Taiwan or I was in Korea, like, I would go on dates with guys and stuff like that. But sometimes we didn't fully speak the same language. There was a bunch of times where, like, we would have to use a cell phone to communicate. But if you guys speak the same language and you are sitting there using a cell phone to communicate with the person on the other end because you are too shy to speak, you are not ready to date. I don't care what the situation is. Alright, okay, next. Alright, Chimmy says, this is unfortunately recent, but we went out to eat and not even 5 minutes into the meal, he asked me if he could give me a golden shower at his place. I mean, it depends. Were you into it? Like, I never fault people for their fetishes. So, like, people do have pee fetishes. That doesn't bother me. I mean, 5 minutes into the meal that's kind of odd. If it's a first date, 5 minutes into the meal, and he's already expecting to get a golden shower from you, it's kind of out of pocket. Bizu says, I thought it was a fart, and I shit myself instead. So I scurried off to the bathroom took off my underwear, threw it out, and cleaned up, went commando for the rest of the night. He never knew. I love it. First of all, there's so many things about this story that I love. Their confidence to fart on a first date. Slay, mama, slay. Second part that I love, they shit themselves and they didn't let it hinder their time. They're like, I'm human, I shit myself, let me wash up and deal with it. And third, they never told the other person. I love this story. It's the confidence that you have to pull this off. Thank you for sharing. That's a fantastic date story. That is, yeah, Chad energy as... Alright, Asura says, friend set me up on a date with this really nice girl. It was fun and we became friends. Next week, I went on another date with this lady who was about 20 years older than me, but it was also really fun. Went to visit their house. Turns out it was a mom and daughter. Friend told me she calls it her oyakodan, which, if I'm not mistaken, means child and mother. I wonder if he ended up dating both of them. I need a follow-up. Asura, can I get a follow-up? I need to know more. Did you slay? Did you slay both the mom and the daughter? All right, Grim says, we went hiking and he said he didn't want to drive 2 hours home, so I let him stay over, only for him to tell me the $40 air mattress I bought for him to sleep on was not comfy enough, and so he slept with me on a couch, and then he told me how much he loved lactation. Okay, so this guy was trying to smash so hard. He lied about the drive, he lied about the air mattress, and then finally when he got on the couch, his opening Riz line was that he loved lactation. Negative Riz. Alright, next, Cozy says, I once went on a date with a man who only dated people with my first name. He secretly followed me back to my place so that he could deliver me flowers the next day. Weird. Red flag. Or so he said. I thought that was super creepy. It is. I ghosted. A few months later, he was in the news for murder. Yo, oh my god, Cozy dodged a bullet! He was not following her back to send her flowers, he was following her back so he could think about murdering her. Alright, next we have Caffeine. Caffeine says, on our first date, a chick asked me if I'd be interested in using goat's blood as lubricant. That's super unhealthy, first of all, please don't do that. I need a fucking follow-up on this one because I need to know, did they do it? And if they did it work? Okay, so Shy says, so went on this date, didn't know the person or anything. We were literally 5 minutes into talking about our hobbies, and then they asked me, would you be willing to shit on my chest? After processing what I heard, I told them no, and the rest of the night was a bit awkward. No, kink shaming is never appropriate. It's okay to have a scat kink, it's fine, but 5 minutes into a first date and asking that is like out of pocket. I hope you guys had fun though. This was awesome. I had such a good time reading all these. It was kind of cuckoo bananas, not gonna lie. I love you. I'll see you later. Bye.